Hi, welcome to my weekly videos on positive lifestyle and mindset of happiness. I love spending this time with you and thank you so much for joining me here today. I know your time is very valuable. All our times are very valuable, and how we choose to spend it makes a huge difference in our lives every day. So I really do appreciate you being here today. And this is the second video on appreciation. Appreciation is such a huge topic that I possibly could not talk only 10 minutes about it in one video. It's huge and it encompasses so many aspects of our life, and it can benefit you and I in so many different ways. So I hope you too will continuously spend more and more time on appreciation and make this part of your daily life, and keep watching, spending time on this topic. As I was preparing for today's video, I had a text from one of my clients in Ottawa in Canada, who sent me a link to an article in the Forbes magazine that talked about meditation, mindfulness, showing compassion and appreciation. And she said, "Floria, you've been talking about this for many years. Now there is science to back it up." I said, hallelujah, hallelujah. And I was thrilled. And again, this is not the first research. There is tons and tons of research that continuously proves, confirms what it does for our brain, literally, emotionally, physically, mentally, and from a work perspective. So it is real. Do not underestimate the power of this magic ingredient. And you know how mental health is impacting so many people from every walk of life. Whether you are a CEO, a businessman, a leader, whether you are you have a lot of education or not, it does not know education, it doesn't know money, it doesn't discriminate against race, culture, social status, financial status. It can impact any one of us at any point in life. So practicing appreciation on a regular basis, every day, making it part of your daily life, our daily life, is what helps you, it helps me, it helps every one of us. And once you build that positive momentum, you will benefit from it in exponentially. And if you have ever studied physics, or like me, who has never studied physics, but we understand momentum, you know that once you create that positive momentum, it keeps going and the snowball gets bigger and bigger. Now, when I talk about appreciation, often people say, oh yes, people need to do more of this in their life or at their workplaces. And I am always surprised that how many people say that others need to do it rather than us. As Mahatma Gandhi said many, many years ago, which is one of my favorite quotations, be the change you want to see, rather than expecting others to be the change you want to see them. And appreciation is something that impacts us at every level, at the workplace, in business, in life, in our relationships with family, with loved ones, and also with ourselves. So the more you practice this on a regular basis, last video we talked about 4 hormones which are really important in our body. They're good feel hormones: adrenaline, dopamine, and oxytocin, as well as serotonin. These are the ones that help us feel much more energetic, help us sleep better, help us have less aches and pains, help us eat better, help us communicate better, build more, and feel more energetic, and exercise, or whatever it is that we do, and look at the things that we do want to see, acknowledge the things that are working out more, rather than the things that aren't working out, rather than the things that we don't like. We have gotten to this habit of continuously focusing on what we don't like. And we say, oh, I already figured that one out because it's working for me. Now I need to look at what is not. So we continuously want to bring that and make it part of our life, because it literally has the capacity to change our mind. Literally can change our mind. And research does show that it actually builds more gray matter. It actually helps us communicate better and changes our mindset. We know intrinsically, instinctively, that our mindset can change our life and how things work out for us. So practicing appreciation every day. Now, most people also say, oh yes, I practice appreciation in my everyday life. And I ask them, so how much time, how do you do it? How much time do you spend with it? And they say, well, at the end of the day, I'm grateful for what has worked. I say, yes, and that is fantastic. Now, in order to take it to the next level, you want to up the ante and improve the way you practice it. Because first of all, we have 24 hours in a day, and out of the 24 hours, you're probably spending 3 minutes of appreciation and gratitude. And incidentally, I have a hard time. I can do this on 3 minutes of appreciation out of 24 hours of what we don't like, what isn't working, what we are struggling with, what has not worked in the past. 3 minutes versus 23 hours and 57 seconds or 57 minutes is not the ratio that we want to practice. We want to change that. We want to make the snowball of appreciation bigger, create greater momentum, and make the other part of what we don't like much smaller. And that's what appreciation does. And research confirms, whether people are 15 years old or 85, 95 years old, either way, it impacts and benefits you in every possible way you can imagine. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and from a workplace innovation and productivity. I love hearing back from you and your gifts of feedback. You can reach me through my email, Floria@Recognize Your Potential, as well as my social media, my YouTube. Please subscribe to my daily quotations on my website, recognizeyourpotential.com, and love hearing from you. Until next week, have a marvelous Monday.